Okay, next we have the Browns and the Panthers. Baker's revenge game. Well, sorry, pal. You didn't get that. Baker shows that you're gonna get what you get from him. He is a mediocre quarterback. He can win you some games, or he can keep you in the close games. But in the end, he's not gonna produce the craziest amount of stats. And he wants to win those games, but he's just not always capable of doing so. And it shows here: Cleveland 26, Carolina 24. Jacoby Brissett. I've always liked Jacoby Brissett. I liked him as the backup for New England. I liked him when he was on the Colts. I don't know if he did too much on the Dolphins, but 18 for 34 here for the Browns, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. So a very Jacoby Brissett like stat. Again, not the best, but also not the worst. They got Nick Chubb also running 22 times, just like Cordell Patterson. He has 141 yards, 0 touchdowns, but they also have Kareem Hunt for 11 and 46 and a touchdown. They're still showing that they're the best running back tandem in the game. That is the best 1-2 punch you quite possibly could ever get. Anthony Schwartz also 2 for 20. And receiving, you have Donovan Peoples-Jones 6 for 60. He showed that he's a capable wide receiver too. I'd say he showed that he belongs in the league, and he showed what he can do last year. I still think that they need to get Amari Cooper more involved. Only 3 for 17. But Donovan Peoples-Jones, he had a great game, and Amari Cooper did not. So clearly, Donovan Peoples-Jones is just better. So do better, Amari Cooper. And Kareem Hunt also 4 for 24 receiving for a touchdown. So Kareem Hunt is getting that draft stock up. Not draft stock, trade stock. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that for the Browns. The Panthers, Baker threw for 16 for 27, 235, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Again, very Baker-like stat. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. Baker is you get what you get with him. You're gonna get mediocrity. You're gonna get some really good games, and you're gonna get some really bad games, and a lot that are just a touchdown and an interception for 200 yards. McCaffrey 10 for 33 and a touchdown. Not too much for him today. Between that and then he had 20-something yards receiving. He got his touchdown, right? I look at things from a fantasy standpoint. McCaffrey, no, he did okay fantasy-wise, but other than that, Robbie Anderson, 5 for 102 and 1 touchdown. He had the 75-yard bomb later in the game from Baker. That was a great play. But other than that, the Panthers, they just didn't show too much, and it wasn't really, I don't know. They had to crawl back late in the game. They were down quite a bit early, or later into the game too. But ultimately they couldn't pull off the comeback. We'll see. I think the Panthers they're gonna have an okay year. They're probably, I can see them 7, 8 wins, maybe even 6. Probably 9 wins is their absolute ceiling, but I see them more as a 7-win team. I don't know. I don't think Baker's not the truth. Baker, he's not there for the long haul. They're going to be looking for a new quarterback sometime soon. Chicago and San Francisco. This was a weird one. Trey Lance. It's his first game it's not really his first game, but first game of this season. The real QB1. Didn't show too much, but he had some flashes. He had some pretty okay plays. Nothing crazy from him. We know what his potential is. We know what he can do, but he's also young, developing, and this was his first real. He was handed the keys to run the franchise for the time being. He still has a lot riding on him, and anytime they could pull him and just put Garoppolo back in, which is a whole nother thing. But Lance, 13 for 28, 164, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did have 54 yards rushing. Very rookie mobile QB-esque. I know it's his second year, but, this guy's really a rookie. What did he really do last year? 13 carries. I mean, that's what you're going to get from a mobile quarterback when it's their first few games in the league. They're just going to run down your throat. Deebo Samuel, 8 for 52, 1 touchdown. Pretty good from Deebo. I mean, again, you also know you're going to get from him. He's just an all-around stud. He's going to make plays all around the field, whether it's rushing or receiving. Granted, he didn't have too much receiving today, but... And Jawan Jennings, 4 for 62. Should probably learn who that is. Yeah. And then the Bears. Justin Fields. He's showing. He is. This is his coming out party. Only 8 for 17 passing. I didn't even realize it was that low. Oh my gosh. But 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. But Fields, he carried that team late. He carried that team to their comeback, and that's all it was. You see him sliding in the end zone in the rain. Yeah, he deserved that. What do I mean he deserved that? What am I trying to say there? It's my first video, okay? Don't make fun of me. Actually, make fun of me all you want. I really don't care. So Fields, yeah, 121 yards. I mean, nothing crazy at all, but he led that team. He led that team to their comeback. Herbert had that great touchdown towards the goal line. Montgomery, I don't know. Herbert, 9 for 45 and a touchdown. Montgomery, 17 for only 26 yards. I don't know. Dante Pettis, 1 for... Wow, okay. So this is where all of Fields' yards came from. Dante Pettis, 1 for 51 yards and a touchdown. I didn't even realize that was that much of a bomb. Oh my god. Montgomery only 3 for 24. Pringle 1 for 22. Equinemius St. Brown 1 for 18. Okay, yeah. So these are a lot of deep shots. There wasn't even much. Yeah, there was no. I mean, clearly, even you saw there was no ball movement in the first half of the game, and in the second half of the game, I mean, it was mostly a lot of deep shots and just a lot of longer yard passes. Is what ultimately got the Bears to win the game, and the defense stepped up great. I mean, the defense just completely shelled the 49ers in the second half. So. I mean, I think Trey Lance, I think they're only going to get better from here. This is their first game, really, as it's really basically a whole new unit with him at quarterback. But the Bears look good. The Bears had a lot of grit. They looked like a lot of lunch pail kind of guys. Yeah, so we'll see.